Dr. Lee is a distinguished associate professor of urban planning at Texas A&M University, renowned for his innovative approach solving small town mobility issues using emerging technologies like autonomous vehicles. As the founder of the Endeavor Institute, a 501(c)(3) public charity, Dr. Lee is a social entrepreneur at the forefront of bringing smart city technologies to small communities and underprivileged populations. This initiative exemplifies his commitment to practical, community-focused urban solutions. His work has significantly contributed to the fields of transportation and urban planning. His groundbreaking work has earned him several prestigious accolades, such as the W.K. Kellogg Award for Exemplary Community Engagement and Smart 50 Award. It's an international recognition. In 2019, Dr. Lee received the Distinguished Achievement Award from Texas A&M University and the Association of Former Students. Since 1955, this award recognizes those who exhibit the highest standards of excellence at Texas A&M. Dr. Lee has delivered numerous keynote talks and one highly impactful TED Talk. And this morning, he will bring us with his presentation on tutorials on how to use AI to enhance urban planning work. Dr. Lee, feel free to start your presentation.
Thank you very much, Amaranto, for the very kind introduction. In my daughter's word, hey, Dad, your bio is like a top-tier glazing about yourself. So, I always listen to the young people because they are the future. Well, today I'm going to have this opportunity to introduce some of the thoughts and experiences of teaching urban planning students to use AI, learn how to use AI tools to enhance urban planning work. My heart is filled with a lot of feelings of being very humble because throughout my career, I came to realize that our urban planning profession has not been quite successfully embracing technology in the past 100 years of time. So let me give you some example. At the very beginning, 100 years ago, we did not use cars, we use horses for cities. So horses are transportation tools for everybody. And the urban planners knew that as the only transportation tool. Then when population grew so exponentially, urban planners became so concerned and pessimistic because how to deal with the horse manure problem became a big issue. And so, but urban planners were not able to see cars coming. So the solution was always confined to how to find the bigger horses, which does not eat so much and does not produce such a big horse manure problem. And that is our very humble beginning of the 20th century of career. So we didn't see cars coming. Then in 1980s, when the personal computers came up, one of my colleagues, Dr. Tom Sanchez, did a survey in 1980s of urban planners. So she asked urban planners questions about how do you see yourself using computers in the future. Most urban planners in 1980s did not see computers as part of their profession, and they will say, "Hey, I would never have to use computers for my career." So again, we missed the boat another time. By the way, this is a very interesting map that we made in 1980s before the computer graphics was a thing. We used ASCII codes to show the boundaries and densities of places. So now we are in the AI era. So my big hope is that urban planners will not miss a boat again. So that is my motivation of revising my course syllabus to provide students, urban planning students, opportunities to dive deep into the wonderful AI tools so that they will understand the strength of the tools, the power of the tools, and learn how to use them. And this is an assignment that I created for urban planning undergraduate students capstone course. So this is assignment which allows students to specific an area of urban planning to their interest. Then the students will explore how to use AI tools or AI-related tools, simulations, decision support system, you name it. It's a very broad definition of AI tools, how to use them to enhance urban planning work. So it's very simple task, but it's also very difficult because the students first need to find out the area of planning which interests them. And now then the students will pick a tool which will be appropriate for them to learn to enhance the area of planning. So, and I challenge all the students to make a 40 to 60 minutes tutorial, like a lot of tutorial that we find on the YouTube, like teach you how to fix car, teach you how to patch up the roof, and a lot of wonderful tools that we can find on YouTube. So I told the students that you are going to make a video tutorial, and the video tutorial should be structured effectively to communicate the skills you have acquired and demonstrate how you use these advanced innovative tools to enhance conventional planning work. And hopefully your tutorials will help urban planners in the field to enhance their work. So that's basically the motivation of this assignment. So, and I was very impressed by the interesting tools students have picked and also the wonderful work that students have produced out of this assignment. And I have selected the 4 examples from the students' assignments out of 17 students. And these 4 examples have provided the hope that urban planners perhaps will not miss the boat this time. So examples include how to use AI-powered Photoshop for urban design, how to use it for community engagement, how to use a Delft Labs, which is part of the SetWalk Labs, to specialize the tool to design walkable mixed use, and how to use Autodesk Forma, which is a wonderful tool by Autodesk to review urban AI applications in urban design. So I will briefly introduce the students' work. Okay, so the first one, how to use AI-powered Photoshop for urban design. So this student has done a wonderful job in dive deep into the Photoshop tools, which is a tool that has been pretty frustrating for a lot of students because it has been very advanced. There are so many gadgets. There are so many functions. So we all know that it's a powerful tool, but very few people can use Photoshop effectively. So these students dive deep into a new feature of Photoshop, which is their generative fill feature. So, and the student has demonstrated how he used, or she, so it's her, how she has used this new feature to fast prototype urban design solutions. So this is one example. Now this is how the students document the whole process in the tutorial. So this is a regular street corner, and the students wants to make it more walkable. So first one, you see the differences. First thing the student did is to remove the stop sign in here. And he showed how to remove the stop sign. First, to draw a circle around it, and then use prompt to remove it. There are different options. And now then the students demonstrates how to add walkability features on the streets. So again, you draw a boundary, and it will give you different options. And you pick now the students, hey, I want to add some flowers into this area, make it more pleasant, beautiful. So flowers are added, and you look at the bench. The student added a bench in the middle of the streets, which is pretty funny. So, and the student did a lot of experiments, do a lot of errors and try and errors. Bench is too large, flower pot it's not good. So a lot of modifications, and the student also consult with papers to understand how to design prompting commands effectively. There are very good tips which I actually benefited from as well. For example, avoid using the words like create, order, or make when you are when you are making the prompt. Instead, using descriptive adjectives and nouns. So the students has look at all these different options of the benches and different features. So it's a lot of fun. Now it is so powerful that you ask this time student ask the tool to remove the street, and now you see different options on the right, which is the one on the far right. It's beautiful, but it's so radical. It's a radical change. So this is a very promising tool which can help urban planners to very fast prototype urban design solutions. And this is another amazing example a student has demonstrated. So this is a regular street, the street here on Texas A&M campus. And this is how in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes of time, you can demonstrate how you can convert this built environment to make it more walkable and pleasant. So that's the first example. I'll be very brief on the next few examples. This one is to use AI-powered tools for community engagement. So if you work as a planner in a town in which you don't have a lot of resources, how do you effectively engage your community members for planning decisions? So the motivation is that there is not a lot of staff support, not a lot of resources. So generated AI is a wonderful tool to help planners to carry out engagement activities. So main staple of this tutorial is to develop very good prompting techniques. So this is from actually a YouTuber. I think his name is Jeff Su. So 6 components I introduced in the class, and students put it here. 6 components to make a good prompting command. Students demonstrated how to go back and forth and work collaboratively with ChatGPT to develop a community outreach event agenda. And in addition, the students interact with ChatGPT to generate additional social media invitations and a lot of additional documents which come with this agenda. Without this Gen AI tool, it will take hours and hours of work. But a student has demonstrated how to collaborate with the AI platform to generate these documents effectively. Next one is an example of using Delft Labs, which is part of the Google SetWalk Labs, to create a walkable mixed-use signs. So the students walked from the beginning to the end. You select an area, and now then you decide what kind of design you want to pursue, and then you provide constraints, and the tools will give you a different design options. Then you pick the right options that within your financial and other financial density walkability constraints. The number 4 is similar to the number 3, but it's another professional tool, Autodesk Forma, how to use it for urban design. Basically, similarly, you select an area, and once you select this area, and this tool will automatically help you generate different options, the size of the trees and where to put them, the building density and layout of this building complex, wind direction simulation, a lot of things. So I'm pretty impressed by how deep students has gone in terms of understanding the tool, showing how to apply the tool to solve real-world urban planning problems, and how to take the courage to record their whole procedure, the whole process, and position themselves as a professor and show the world how to use it effectively. So that make me believe that teaching is the best way to learn. So these are the 4 wonderful examples that give me a lot of hope of using AI for urban planning. So I have 3 slides for conclusion. So first is what is promising from this. So AI is pretty promising helping urban planning work in terms of providing the enhanced visualization tool, provide community engagement support, will help you to very fast uh, prototype different designs, scenarios and options, help you to generate documents. But it is very alarming, as some of the students have shown, have found, that if you do not understand what you do, then you will fall into the problem of garbage in, garbage out, because it is so powerful. It can give you so many things that are so beautiful. If you don't understand what you do, then the stuff you produce, it look good, but they're garbage. So critical thinking is very important. And so students need to understand what is the problem I'm trying to solve and how AI help me in this whole process, and what is the value that I, as an urban planner, add into this process. Um, of course, students need to learn the limitations of the tools, also have equity in consideration, how to use this tool to better engage people in communities, not exclude people. There is the danger of students these days and everybody that you're given a task, you work on 30 minutes, you finish something, you give it to people, and in this whole process, a lot of very valuable human to human interaction parts are cut out. That is actually very important for urban planning. So for my recommendations for peers for teaching, I think it's realize that incorporating AI tools along with the traditional planning methods are important. And it's very, very important. Students need to know how to use these advanced tools. They need to consider the ethical framework, and we need to provide students a lot of hands-on practice opportunities so that they will apply the tool to problem-solving process. And there are so many tools out there. So as a teacher, we should provide the students recommendations on tool selections, because this time I challenge the students to go out and find the tools, and they found a lot of wonderful things. I plan to do it over the years so that after several years, we're going to have a huge collection of tools in which urban planning can be significantly enhanced by the advanced artificial intelligence tools. And I hope and I believe we will not miss the boat this time. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Lee. That is an interesting work that you do with all the students' work and how you give them assignment as well. So I will open the floor if there is any questions, point of discussion that you want to bring up. Feel free to start, and I will stop the recording now.
Yeah, let me stop the sharing.